And now, 3 rounds of Fade the Noise, bold takes, sharp bets, and guaranteed heat. Introducing first, the hosts, Joe and Eric.
Hello and welcome back to Fade the Noise. This is episode 12. We are getting well into the double digits. I feel like things are finally smoothing out. Hope everyone attending has had a great week. We've got our full cast with us today. It's been kind of a crazy week. Well, if you're a Cowboys fan, but also in general. So we're gonna go ahead and introduce everybody now. For our longtime watchers, you know them all. For new time comers, we're going to start with Joe. He's the CEO of Moneyline Hacks, who is the co-host of the show and the sponsor. And we've also got Angel, who's a fantasy enthusiast. He's well-rounded in all sports. And I have to start watching what I say because it's going to hurt me in fantasy football season. So welcome back, Angel. And Aaron, we've got our resident baseball and college football nerd, and Aaron's back with us too. And how are you doing this week, Aaron?
Good, man. Happy everyone's back.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. And sorry, guys, I forgot to ask you, Joe.
You don't need to know how we're doing. We're doing great as always. Let's keep it pushing.
We stay good.
Okay. All right, we'll push on ahead. Just thought I'd be courteous. No, it's all good. So it's been kind of a crazy week for those who haven't been paying attention. Lucas signed a huge extension. Parsons, Jerry Jones stuff still going on, still obnoxious as a Cowboys fan. I was telling Joe before the show started, I want to rename my team name from CD's Nuts to something that shits on Jerry specifically. So we're going to have a brainstorming session and see what we come up with. And once we know, we'll share it with the audience. And, yeah, other than that.
Well, maybe we could say Jerry is Slim Pickens. Have a picture of George Pickens on the fantasy profile. I don't know. I'm just winging it right now.
No, that's seriously great. It's so much better than anything I saw when I was kind of digging into it.
Yeah.
That's
Jerry
awesome.
Slim Pickens when we're coming out. We're talking about owners.
I know. I was trying to think of like old, rich, dying, just we're going to brush past this. Just Jerry needs to go. Honestly, it's time. And I read yesterday ESPN is acquiring NFL Network, which I think is going to be a huge, huge deal down the road. I can't imagine what that's going to entail. ESPN, good for them. NFL Network, probably good for you too. We'll see how everything shakes out. And maybe an ESPN subscription will let you watch literally whatever you want. And I think Aaron told me before the show started that they're doing like a red zone for college football as well. And I think that's actually a great idea. But
I read
regardless
something about it, but yeah.
Regardless, we'll wait until some more details come out and cover it more going forward. We'll start off with recapping last week's UFC. So, Joe, do you wanna head that off? How was last weekend's UFC? I know I was surprised when I went and looked at my account, and it was very nice.
Yeah. So let me pull it up here real quick. So it was good. Obviously, we had the Tatsuro Taira versus Park. Hyun Sung Park. No, but yeah, it was a good fight. Tatsuro Taira dogged him, finished him like we thought he would. I think I did give that out as the best bet, and he finished. So we cast our best bet for UFC, and he finished. VIP had even more of a good time. Pulayev, we were on, he won. Estevam, they set his strikes at over 27.5. We usually hit that. Nakamura and Fletcher to go under 2.5 rounds, hit that. A lot of finishes last week. It was great. It was great to see. Better than going if you were on the under last week, if most of the fights, then you probably came out on top. Neil Magny still got it. People were swore that he was just going to lose and lose dominantly, which he didn't. He ended up covering that spread of plus 3.5. So it was a good UFC weekend last week. Ready to do it again this week.
Absolutely. I'm glad. I learned a year, 2 years ago. I don't know how long I've known you, but I learned to just listen to you. Honestly, when I saw the Neil Magny pick, I was like, isn't this the guy that drops the ball constantly? And I was like, whatever. Put the bet in, and I went back and looked, and I was like, hell yeah.
I'm glad you admitted it finally took you a while to listen to me, because you know me 6 years, and you say you just started listening to me last year.
Talking about specific circumstances, okay? No. I've listened to him for a long time.
We grew up in this game together, though. Sports betting.
Yeah. There were a couple rough years at the beginning, mostly NFL and mostly my fault.
And following
So
other cappers before we're in the game.
that's true too. Yeah, I have followed many a person, and NFL's just dangerous. I was talking to Angel about it. Like, come NFL time, Sundays, I'm putting in 30, 40 bets in the morning, like no Sunday night football, before afternoon, anything. And that system has yet to make me rich. But as
That's the
in the
process.
Cowboys,
This is
I'm
our
not going to
year.
say it. I'm
I
not going to
got you.
say this is our year. I was joking. I won't. But it is.
We don't need Parsons. We'll be fine.
Let's go ahead and dive into tomorrow's UFC. We got a fight night with Leeds and Anthony Hernandez. So we talked about this a little bit a while ago. Joe, you want to kick us off? What are we looking at in this fight? Fighter history, kind of what to expect in this matchup.
Yeah, so in this matchup, it's going to be pretty good. We have Roman Dolidze. He is 37 years old versus Anthony Hernandez, who's only 31 years old. So right off the bat, Hernandez has the age and experience. It's not like he's 21; he's 31. So he has age and experience, and I think he's the more skilled fighter. So you know where I'm going to go right off the bat. I like Hernandez in this fight. Dolidze has that like slow grinding pace where he could mix in some clinch strikes, use some heavy top pressure, hunt for some opportunistic KOs. But I don't think Anthony Hernandez is going to fall for that. He brings constant chaos. No, he has a nonstop pace, chain wrestling, suffocating pressure. That's just a recipe for success. That dude is he's awesome. He's also on a 7-fight win streak in the UFC. Yeah, he Dolidze definitely has his hands full. He Anthony Hernandez is minus 310 for a reason. All the reasons I just described. So if you're gonna want to get in on this fight, I would get in on the spread. Not exactly sure what we could what the spread might be. If I had to have to say off the top of my head, it might be minus 5.5 because it's a 5-round fight. So definitely would be minus 5.5, probably minus 130 or minus 140. But I like that spread on that.
Minus 5.5 is minus 180 on DraftKings.
Yuck.
Juicy.
Yeah, that's juicy, but it's for a reason. It's for a reason. Yeah, we're gonna have something special for this fight in VIP. With this fight, you're really gonna want to do props, and you're gonna want to do a parlay with Anthony Hernandez money line and another strong contender. So we'll have that in the VIP and the Moneyline Hacks Discord. But yeah, Fluffy, which is Anthony Hernandez's nickname, Fluffy's just rising. You know, he's submitted top contenders. This is power versus pressure, and one brings the power, one brings the pace. Fluffy drags him into deep waters. Roman might just go down in the desert. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, seems like a top-rate fluffer.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you.
I'm joking. So also, since you mentioned the parlays, I've noticed lately in the VIP, you've been posting a lot of same game parlays and they've been doing really well. And I appreciate that personally, like from a subscriber point of view, just combining, especially when you have a hard time finding value or like, it's a lopsided fight, being able to combine rounds and strikes or who's going to win and total time. I feel like you've had a ton of success with it, and I just wanted to say thank you. It's been a breath of fresh air in UFC betting for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that. And for those that don't really exactly know what we're talking about, this fight that I just broke down is a perfect example of what we do in VIP. So Anthony Hernandez is minus 310, and even the spread is minus 180. So instead of doing something there, we're probably going to same game parlay Anthony Hernandez over half a round with the money line. That still might be a little too juicy, but that's almost guaranteed lock. And if it is a little too juicy, for us to get more towards that plus 100 mark, we'll parlay Anthony Hernandez in over 1.5 rounds. But yeah, stuff like that, like parlaying over half alternate round is just that. How many fights end in 2.5 minutes? Not many. So that's almost a for sure leg, and then you get a strong money line like Anthony Hernandez. I don't care if it's minus 170. I'm gonna put a couple units on that. Free money.
100%. I know it sounds gross, but I consider those to be juice reducers. Never going to say that again in my life, but that's how I see it. All right. Angel, Aaron, do either of you have anything to add on to Joe's upcoming prediction for tomorrow's night and analysis? Anything? All good if not.
Yeah, I pretty much covered all the bases. Roman's coming in with that 3-fight win streak, like you said. One of those fights being a finish over Kevin Holland and 2 decisions. So a little bit of momentum, but not as much as Hernandez, winning 8 of his last 9 fights. So I think we're going to be in for a good one. Roman does have the height and reach advantage, so we'll see if that helps at all. But I'm predicting a pretty good battle and maybe not a decision.
Sweet. Love it. Cool. All right. And oh yeah, I made a note to myself after Joe said, what did you say? Dolidze? Dolidze?
Dolce, yeah, that was
Okay, yeah.
perfect.
I butchered it all 3 times. I'm just gonna give up. So
Ex-UFC fighters butcher names all the time. They have crazy names in the UFC.
yeah. So yeah, we'll go ahead and move on to MLB. In just 2 to 3 weeks here, we're gonna start having an NFL segment. We've discussed doing a fantasy segment as well. If that's something people are interested in, please let us know in the comments or in the Discord. Happy to cover it. I'm not going to be the big talker. I keep losing to Angel, and I don't know why. So for now, we're going to go straight to MLB. We've got a
Tradition.
pretty sweet lineup, and we're going to start things off with Blue Jays at Dodgers. We've got Scherzer versus Kershaw, which I thought was an interesting matchup. I'm sure there's history there. I could be making that up. I honestly don't know, but I know both are very well known and successful pitchers going back quite a while. Dodgers are slight favorites at home. Angel, you want to kick us off?
For sure. We got the Blue Jays against the Dodgers. Max Scherzer, 2-1 on the season. Got a 4.39 ERA average. Going against Clayton Kershaw, 5-2 on the season, 3.29 ERA. It's going to be a interesting game. This is their first time meeting this season, and in the last 10 games, they're both 5-5. The better batting average being with the Blue Jays. The Dodgers are favored by 2 runs tonight, so it's going to be an interesting game. The pitchers are not as young as they usually are, but they've been through a lot, so they got that experience. But I think it's going to be a tough battle for Kershaw. He's not used to maybe the best batters. Vladimir Guerrero coming off a 4-hit game on Wednesday, so he's definitely riding hot right now. But I think I might take that plus 1.5 run line for the Blue Jays tonight.
Sweet, thank you. Everyone watching, stay tuned to the Lock It In segment. See what Angel ends up releasing. We're going to go over to Aaron. What are your thoughts on this game?
It's probably one of my. I'm watching this game for sure.
Not just because
Hard to pick
you're
a
a
side on
fan?
it. Nah, not really. I like the pitchers. I like this game. Since like the end of June-ish, if the Blue Jays are plus money and you bet them, then you're 11-0 right now. And the Dodgers haven't been on like a shitty streak like this in like, I don't know, 15, 12 years probably. Maybe one other time. It's like a bounce back for Dodgers spot, or the Jays are 12-0 in here. In this scenario, we were talking about Kobe bobblehead day. A lot of people gonna be there, hyped up, probably. I had something else too.
You don't see an edge there, though? Everyone there chanting Kobe, riling up the
Yeah, I do,
city.
and I like Scherzer as a decent pitcher, but I feel like when he gets hit, he gets hard. He gets hit hard, and Dodgers can do that. So, I mean, it's hard not to pick the Dodgers in this spot, but I didn't have. I don't have a side. Probably see a lot of runs though. That's all I'm thinking.
Okay. Did you have anything else to look up? I'm sorry I interrupted you.
The Jays have 175 runs scored since the 4th of July now, most in the league. So
Good.
I feel
That
like
sounds
9
impossible.
as a total with the Dodgers here. And a plus money at a 9. I think it's trying to scare you off of it, but I think I'm all over it.
Okay, great. Thank you. I love seeing dissenting opinions and just general different point of views. Joe, you want to wrap us up on this game?
Yeah, so we got the old guns showdown here. Got the 40-year-old Scherzer, or 41, I believe. Scherzer versus Kershaw, who's 37. Both Hall of Famers, and they're both managing late career control despite their velocity drops. Jays have dropped actually 6 of their last 9, struggling on the West Coast road games. Vlad is pretty hot, but his lineup doesn't have consistency back behind him. Dodgers, although we could consider them cold, they're heating up a little bit. Shohei, left heavy core, might match up well against Scherzer's declining velocity. Alley's bullpen, always talking about how they rank high in WHIP over the past month, so they're heating up a bit. Toronto's relievers have 4.68 ERA since the All-Star break, which is fifth worst in the MLB. And the public is leaning under due to the name recognition of these pitchers, but they're both allowing hard contact at career high rates. Maybe a live over here is the way to go, or Dodger team total over. I like those two.
Excellent. For those watching, I'd like to add a little context. When Aaron said the amount of runs they've scored since the fourth, I just looked it up. 45 of those came against the Rockies in Denver, where I live.
That elevation.
Discount it. I'm not saying they're not great, but the Rockies are awful. So we shall see what happens. I think there's a reason the odds are as close as they are. Not discounting Aaron's take, Joe's, anybody's. Just give it some context, help people make their own decision. That is a shocking score.
That's a good
Game
point.
1 was 15-1. Game 3 was 20-1.
They went off.
What are you doing? It's like not even getting into it. So we're going to move on. Thank you, everyone, for the Blue Jays Dodgers analysis. We're going to go Red Sox Padres. We've got Bueller versus Pivetta. If I was good at movie quotes, there'd be a Bueller quote here, but I'm not. So let's just kick things off, and we'll get started with Aaron this time.
I don't like Walker Bueller days. I don't have any faith in the guy. It doesn't ever seem like he does well to me. I mean, his I guess the last one road start was 1.29 ERA, 1 WHIP, 3.46 xFIP on his last road start. But I know who he is. You're not fooling me, buddy. You know, Padres look like they don't do well against the fastball. And I seen something like Tatis ever since he got hit in the hand. I didn't write it down or save it or nothing, but ever since he got hit, his stats have like split in half towards the negative. I know they're good bats and they got a great bullpen. It's a little pricey for me to just say Padres. The Red Sox bats are great right now. They're a train. I mean, yeah, I didn't spend a whole lot of time on this game. I just like that Red Sox might be able to put up some runs here too. And I kind of get stuck
For
on
sure.
both sides. Walker Bueller has 12 walks in his last 4 starts, so I
Sheesh.
don't really back
He's
him
a
up.
walker.
Better than that today.
I feel it, man. Yeah, totally fair. Completely understand. We're going to go ahead and go on to Joe for the next one.
Yeah, so I'm less down on Bueller than Aaron is right now, but you know, like you said, Bueller was moved to Boston in a surprising deal in July. But since joining the Red Sox, he's posted a 3.61 ERA across 4 starts and a 26% strikeout rate. That has been shaky lately, 5.2 ERA in his last 6 outings. And San Diego, they've had a slug surge lately, and Padres are 8-2 in their last 10 home games. They got some good stats. It looks like they're definitely heating up, on fire right now, somewhere in between. There's also an X factor where Padres bullpen has converted 12 of their last 13 save opportunities.
Sheesh.
Look for Robert Suarez to shut the door if it's close late. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Pivetta, he might be pitching like I don't know. I'm at a loss for words with this game. Pivetta is regaining form, and Red Sox are slumping. He might be San Diego's solution today. I don't think the line's justified a move towards that minus 200 mark, but I liked it when it opened at that minus 150. So I'm definitely leaning the Padres. It's just the value right now for the money line isn't there for me. But yeah, I
That's
lean
fair.
Padres.
That's completely fair. Padres are juicy as hell. Surprised the total's only at 8, honestly. And
What's the line now for Padres?
on DK in Denver, it's minus 171.
Yeah.
So it's trending towards the minus 200 for sure. We'll see what happens before game time. There's several hours to go, and once they release the official lineups, I feel like that's generally, bless you, that's when we see the most line movement, unless there's some weird influx. And for our Ferris Bueller fans out there, I'm just going to say life moves pretty fast. I'm not even going to finish the quote.
I don't
But
know the
don't miss
rest,
it.
but I like Ferris Bueller.
It's life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm ready for the spin-off.
I'm sure there will be a remake after probably this year. I don't know.
It's already
It's
happening.
ridiculous. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Angel. What are your thoughts on Red Sox Padres, Bueller versus Pavetta?
We got two of the top teams in baseball right now. Padres are 9-2 in the past 11, while Boston is 7-1 in their past 8 games. It's going to be a pretty good game. We got in the last game, Weller had 3 earned runs, 9 hits, 3 walks, 0 strikeouts. Not a very good outing. While Pavetta had a 1 earned run, 1 hit, allowed 5 strikeout game. I'm thinking Pivetta is going to have the edge in this game, not only just because of their last outing, but he's 11-3 on the season. And like I said earlier, Padres are kind of hot right now, so I think he's going to ride that team momentum. I'm liking his fantasy score today for any prize pick users out there.
So
Yeah, Angel just hit a what?
His fantasy score, the pitcher fantasy score for Nick Pivetta. I like
Well,
that
yeah,
over
but
today.
for prize picks, what did you send us earlier? You turned $5 into
Oh
200.
yeah, that's just like a little 6 pick, $5, bet. Nice little 40 times payout. Nothing crazy. Shout out
Yeah,
Lewis Robert Jr.
nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, who is adding on to that?
No
Pavetta
one.
played for the Red Sox,
Never mind.
and they didn't pay him as much as he was liking
Ooh.
to be paid.
Oh,
So he left to
revenge
the
game, huh?
Padres a little
Let's
bit.
go, Padres.
He's also like
Yeah.
7-0 at home, not just 11-3.
Jeez.
And his ERA at home is like less than 1. So I forgot about did have that. But his said fantasy score, and I was like, oh shit, I was gonna play his pitching outs, 17 and a
Oh yeah.
half. But
It all adds up.
yeah,
All right, maybe consider for the lock it in segment coming up. And we're gonna go to our final matchup for the show. We've got Phillies at Rangers. I can't wait to hear Aaron's thoughts on this, but sorry, but you're going last this time. We're gonna start with Joe on this one. We got Sanchez versus Kelly. Phillies are slight favorites. What do you got?
Yeah, so on this Phillies versus Rangers matchup, Sanchez, he's one of baseball's best kept secrets. 2.87 ERA, 1.08 whip, 64% ground ball rate. He's allowed just 3 total earned runs across his last 4 starts,
Sheesh.
and Philly has won the last 7 games he started.
Damn.
Merrill Kelly struggles at home, 4.92 ERA at Globe Life is nearly double his road ERA. He's allowing .284 batter average at home, including 9 home runs in just 42 innings pitched. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Every 5 innings is a home run.
And that ain't even Phillies batters numbers.
Yeah, but you know, looks like Bryce Harper, he's raking again, 4 homers in his last 8 games. Trey Turner has quietly reached base in 17 straight. Yeah, honestly, if Christopher Sanchez keeps painting the corners, the Rangers might need a GPS just to find base. So that'll let you know what side I'm on today.
Okay, thank you. Great analysis, seriously. And we're gonna go over to Angel for next thoughts. What do you got?
Yeah, we got Sanchez against Kelly. Kelly was on the Arizona Diamondbacks until I found out setting my fantasy lineup that he's on the Rangers now. So this is going to be his debut. He's going to be in for quite the matchup. In the last 10 games, Phillies are 5-5, 2.45 batting average as a team. The Rangers are 4-6, 2.43 batting average as a team. So pretty similar. I am leaning with the Phillies just because of Christopher Sanchez, pretty dominant. And yeah, I might be looking for a Kyle Schwarber home run tonight, hearing that home run that earlier.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens. I was looking at the totals only at 7 right now, so I'm curious to see who shows up batting wise.
Right?
Thank you, Angel, and we're gonna go on to Aaron, who has no bias. Don't look at his hat, and we're gonna see what he thinks about Phillies at Rangers, Sanchez and Kelly, low total. What are your thoughts, Aaron?
I think it's should be a good pitching matchup. honestly. I guess you could say he was Arizona's best pitcher. He's the Ranger now. It's his first home start with the Rangers. They're a pretty good pitching team, I mean, on the year. But the Phillies bats, looking at the Phillies bats versus Merrill Kelly, no matter what team he's on, it's like, looks like a Christmas tree. Looks like he can get hit up a lot. But his last two starts, he has let me see, I had it up. Last two starts, he's 2.19 ERA and only a .89 WHIP, and he's still up there in the chase rate percentage. He still can get his Ks, but I think it's just I don't know, man. I want to see good luck, you know. The under's kind of always there. There's they're still 37 and 19 and 1 to the under and playing at the Rangers house. It's one of the better home under places to play it. Like I said, I don't know if the Phillies bats are gonna I don't know if that's bad or not, but go Rangers, please. Just for me,
I
not for the
hear,
world.
I hear you, man. I was just looking up their last couple games, and yeah, the last one was 3-2 Yankees, and before that, 2-0 Rangers. So good call out on the under being there for sure. Granted, before that, it was 8-5, but still,
Yeah.
it's good pitchers.
But that might have been the Seattle game. Was that Seattle? Because Seattle and Rangers are kind of known for going over. Anyways, and Sanchez,
No, but you're spot on. Just
kind of
before
hard
that, it
to
was.
fade Sanchez. He's usually going 8, 9, 7 innings every time. He doesn't go 6. He goes more, and he's just insane. It's really crazy that he goes deep into games like that, and he's got less hits than most people allow. You know?
So are you wanting to fade Sanchez, but
Nah,
you
I
don't?
can't.
You feel
No, I don't want to
because
fade him at
if
all.
you're hearing some noise, you need to fade. You're gonna want to fade that. But if you're not hearing no noise, then okay, we're good. So don't be scared to fade a bit.
No, yeah,
Don't be
no.
scared to
I
fade
just
in
feel like
public.
he's not the guy to go short distance. They're not gonna take him out. He's
Okay.
gonna be there delivering.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta fade the noise.
You're the baseball expert, so I just wanted to make sure.
Sanchez is at 18 and a half outs on DraftKings plus money. That's a tough line. Under 18 and a half is minus 160. I don't know. That's a little juicy for me. We'll see. We'll see what the guys come up with for lock it in coming up right now. So thank you for breaking each of those games down, guys. Really appreciate it. We're going to go on into our lock it in segment. Each of our experts is going to give their advice, picks, and insight into what to expect in the coming weekend. It's not necessarily games we covered or fights we covered or soon to be NFL games we covered, but generally speaking, these are money. I have genuinely increased my account following what I hear in this next segment. So stay tuned, and we're gonna kick things off with, let's start with Aaron this time since you went last before. Aaron, what are your picks to lock in?
Actually, in that Rangers game, I'm gonna play the Nerfy. Um, I think it's a good spot for that.
I never hear anyone say that, but
I
yeah, the
like that.
NRFI.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
use that.
and it's just Merrill Kelly's opening home start, and obviously Sanchez, who I'm not worried one bit about.
I'm tailing. I like that, honestly. Phillies versus Rangers NRFI. You got any others?
Probably not at the moment. No, I was thinking about the
That's all
Rays.
good.
I want to take the Rays today, but I don't want to jinx them in public.
Well, don't be so super. We talked about this before. Superstition's a slippery slope.
It's a good spot. I
Come
mean, you
NFL
get
season,
what
you
you
guys are
get.
gonna see me like with hats and shirts on, and I'm gonna be like, I can't wear anything else. Like, if I do, the Cowboys will lose.
I can't get there yet, so I don't want to give it out for sure. But it's a plus money spot, damn near even pitchers. Argue that both bats are about the same right now.
Okay,
Uh,
totally fair.
I haven't got there all the way with it yet.
So it's a lean, an inkling.
No, I can't say that.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. You're interested. We'll see what happens. We need a little more data. Thank you, Aaron. Let's go on to Joe. Joe, what do you got for us for this coming couple of days?
So I have two best bets for this lock it in segment. Let's go with UFC best bet. First, Anthony Hernandez money line. I know it's minus 310, but use that as a parlay piece. If there's anything this whole weekend that you feel is a lock yourself, or anything that you see from another capper or myself that you feel is a lock, parlay it with this Anthony Hernandez money line. Solid parlay piece at minus 310. He's the cardio king. He pushes one of the highest paces in the division, 6.2 takedowns per fight, 5.4 significant strikes per minute. Dolidze's takedown defense is shaky at 42%. He hasn't fought, I think, in over a year. Fluffy's win, which is Anthony Hernandez's nickname, Fluffy's win streak is against better wrestlers than Dolidze and more dynamic grapplers than Dolidze. So Anthony Hernandez has already beat top-notch competition that's better than Dolidze. He's actually taken a step back in competition, and these are my favorite fights to bet because the track record is there already. He's beaten many better fighters. He's not going to lose to Dolidze. So
Hell yeah.
that's the first best bet. So I guess I have 1.5 best bets. So that's more of a parlay piece. Best bet number 2 for MLB. Give me the Phillies team total over 4.5. Merrill Kelly is getting torched at Globe Life Field, almost a 5 ERA at home. Phillies top 5 in runs per game on the road since the All-Star break. We got a hell of a lot of batters on that side, and Rangers are a little injured. So it could be a lopsided run script. Look for those Phillies to go over 4.5 team total today.
Thank you. And I like that. And for anyone, I think this is the first time we've had a lock it in segment with a best bet with the odds like minus 310. For anyone watching, last weekend, whoever the UFC matchup was with, Park and whoever, the money line was so the money line was super lopsided, and I did exactly this. I took the advice given in the show and parlayed it with several other pieces and made out like a bandit. So seriously, give it a shot. And thank you, Joe. We're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
wrap up with Angel. Angel, what are we locking in for you? I don't want any like plus 1,000 prize picks parlays because
Nah, those are for
I'm
me
bad
only.
luck.
Those are for me. So we got 3 best bets, 1 UFC and 2 baseball. We'll start with the
Get it.
UFC. We're going to a boy Anthony Hernandez. He's on a 7-fight win streak, about to be 8. I'm not gonna take that money line, but I'm gonna take a finish. I don't know if it's gonna submit him or knock him out, but he's gonna do something. He's gonna show out, I think, and that's what I'm betting on. My 2 baseball bets. We're going back to the Skidmore Rangers game. Christopher Sanchez. He's held the opponents to under 1.5 earned runs in 7 of his last 8 starts, and he's coming off a scoreless 8 inning outing against the Tigers. So it's kind of hot right now. I'm taking that under 1.5. The Rangers offense is ranking 24th in team betting average since the All-Star break, so it's looking like a good spot. My other baseball bet is back to the Padres game. Nick Pivetta, under 1.5 earned runs. He's cashed it in the last 6 of his last 7 appearances. That's what I got.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. And Anthony Hernandez, any finish is currently plus 110 on DraftKings, at least here. So odds are you will get good odds.
Plus
Yeah.
money.
Let's do it.
We love the plus money here, especially in UFC.
Hell yeah.
So sweet. It sounds like we've got a lot of opportunity coming up in the next couple of days, and I think everyone's getting really psyched up for football season beginning.
Oh,
I wish we had a gigantic platform. I would like run a poll on submit your Jerry Jones fantasy team names, and whoever wins, like I will name my team that and suffer the embarrassment.
Well, we
We'll get there.
4,000 people in the Discord. Okay, we got a big platform right now. The YouTube's just not as big, but if you want to put a poll, put it in the Discord. I'm sure there'll be people responding.
Call me out. That's terrifying. I was bluffing, man.
All right.
I was bluffing. I'm not John Oliver renaming minor league baseball teams, man. That's scary.
You gotta have your courage of your conviction on this show, like you know.
We'll come up with something, and once we finalize our fantasy names, we'll tell everybody what they are. But thanks for joining us on this Friday. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Make a lot of money. I hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you to our co-host and our guests, Joe, Aaron, Angel. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Let's
peace.
cash.